Welcome to part two of today's trade recap. And today is the 9th of June 2025. So, normally, what I do is I do just one trade recap video per day, but today, after I had already closed out the first video, I noticed something that popped up and I was just observing, really. I was monitoring this trade, but I didn't participate in it simply because I already had 5 trades and they were all losses. And so I was itching to get in, actually. I was, finding it really difficult to resist the temptation because it was such a beautiful setup, as you can see. Here on the 1 hour, clearly this was the 1 hour CRT, and then the second candle, the wick one, the wickish part of the CRT formation, and then finally CRT3. And also on the CRT 4 hour, there was this beautiful wick that was formed at that stage. This was when I was observing it. And also the timing was good as well, because don't forget, even though we have marked out 3 London hour sessions, the first 3 hours of the London session in green, we also participate in the fourth hour. And this was at about quarter past and during the fourth hour. So, and then what's more interesting was the fact that there were two sort of CRT type candles back to back. So what I did was I plotted two targets based on that. So first target was here, which was the 50% of 50% of, I believe, yeah, not 50% of this candle, because that was not worth it. It would have yielded a nominal R to R. So straight off the bat, my target was here, which was 50% level. I believe it was based off, yeah, that's it, these two candles. And then there was the second 50% level, and this was based on the first CRT candle, first of the two back-to-back CRT candles, simply because this was longer and thicker, so it was worth trying out 50% level of that. But I couldn't go all in right to that level, so I had to partial out at the first 50% level. Yeah, not the very, very first. That was not worth it, as I mentioned earlier, but rather the second one in this case, right? Second and third 50%. So there were 3 CRT candles or CRT levels that I had to draw out. As the first one, I just ignored it. The second one was the first target, and the third one was the second target. And so this is replay mode. As you can see, if I exit the replay mode, the trade entered at 50% of the 5-minute fib level, which was also in line with the 5-minute order block. And I kept the stop out level, or stop loss level rather, at 0.11, which is the usual level. I could have kept it a little bit tight just at the edge of the order block and also at the edge of the CRT boundary, just to get a higher RR, but I thought, it's not worth it, in the sense that, this first RR of 4.23 is still quite decent, and then the second one was a little bit better, which was 5.5. So there you go. That's a rundown of a trade that I would have certainly taken if I had not gotten 5 losses already. If I was, let's say, 2 trades with 2 losses or 3 trades with 3 losses down, then I would have certainly risked it as the 4th trade of the day. But already 5 trades down, it's not worth taking a 6th one. I'd rather wait till the next day, keeping in mind that trading is is more about survival than about winning, a lot of the times. So thank you for listening in, and I hope you got something out of it. And I shall see you later.